our border is secure. Border is secure because we are maximizing our resources to deliver the most effective results to our border with the most extraordinary workforce in the world.
He says that the border is closed. Everybody in America knows that the border is not closed, it's more open.
Well, again, there's the jump ball in the debate about what happens at the border. And, of course, the fact is that, come Thursday, Title 42, the sort of weapon, if you will, to sort of adjudicate a lot of these cases, people apprehended at the border, go to Mexico to be processed there. All of that goes, presumably, after Thursday, when, of course, some of those same cases, maybe all of them, will be handled in the United States. And the implications of that enormous, enough for the administration to send 1,500 troops. I believe by the end of the week they'll all be down there for this. Henry Cuellar, the Democratic Texas congressman, with us now. Always good to see a congressman. Do we know when these troops first off arrive fully, the 1,500 contingent the administration has allocated?
Well, as they should be in this week. As you know, they're in addition to the other 2,500 that are down here already. Okay. But they don't have enforcement laws, no immigration enforcement. All they're going to do, like they've done under so many other precedents, is just provide support so the agents can go out in the field and do their work.
All right. They don't carry weapons, right? They're not supposed to get involved in pretty much some of the things that border guards do. So what are they doing?
Well, I believe they'll have weapons, but only for defense. But again, just like under Bush, Trump, Obama, and now, they will be in just to provide support services, help with monitoring, be in those video control where they'll be looking at the monitors, any sort of support work that they do. But if people think that they're going to go out there and secure the border and walk the border, they're not going to do that at all. They've never been able to do that.
You know, this guy who was suspected of driving an SUV into a crowd of migrants over the weekend, killing 8 congressmen, he's been charged with manslaughter. Do you know anything more about this, whether that was intentional, whether that, what happened, why?
Well, we do know that he was on hard drugs, from my understanding, and of course the manslaughter charges. We don't know exactly what happened, except that he was speeding. I've seen some of the videos when the accident happened, or I shouldn't say accident, when the incident happened, because we don't know if it was an accident or not, if it was intentional. Yeah. And some of the aftermath, it was just horrible what happened. But again, we'll let the investigation go through.
Do you expect, once Title 42 goes away, that there will be this throng of thousands, tens of thousands maybe, making their way here? Some have predicted 13,000 to 15,000 per day by the time this thing is gone. What do you think?
Well, right now we're seeing about 85 to 8,700 a day. Right. I've seen some of the numbers in the different Mexican states. There's way over 152,000 that I know of, that people know of, that is, that have the shelters right outside the shelters. But that doesn't include the other ones that have not shown up at the shelters. I've looked at the numbers for the different Mexican states, especially in the southern part. I've looked at the numbers that there are in Guatemala and Panama and other places. I can say this, there's a huge number of individuals that are staging to come over at the U.S. There's some policies that I think will be effective, but in my opinion, a little bit too late. They should have been implemented. We're waiting for a rule to come into place. That rule should have been done a long time. And again, and I'll say this, Dale, all we see is images of people coming in. Where are the images of people being returned? We are returning people. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings by showing images of people going back, and I say that with a smile, but we have to show images of people being returned. If there's no consequences, then the border is just a little speed bump there at the border.
I was going through a list of things in this debt ceiling argument that could be sacrificed, especially if it pushes us to the brink, Congressman. Among them is funding, or a good chunk of it, at the border. That is, if we push this to the brink and the administration has prioritized where it's going to spend money or not spend money, and that a default could make things worse. In other words, the fight at the border would be gone. We go into default, it's over. Is that true?
Well, I saw my Republican colleagues' proposal that cuts $131 billion. Again, I sit on the appropriation. I'm a ranking member. I'll sit there with my good friend David Joyce, who's the chairman of Homeland. We don't know what the numbers are going to be right now, but again, there is a possibility, depending what they cut will be, is that we could cut Border Patrol agents. We don't want to see that. We want to increase the number of Border Patrol agents and other agents at the border and making sure that we have the right technology there at the border.
Got it. All right, keep us posted. It's always good talking to you, Congressman. Congressman Cuellar, the beautiful state of Texas dealing with a hell of a mess right now. Could get messier come Thursday.